Greetings, Benjamin J. from BENZTRAINZ with another in the series. Well, I wanted to do a follow-up on that motor that I just put together. Anyway, went through all the parts that came recently and pulled this 490 shell out. Now, an interesting crack in this 490 shell, which is why it was in the junk box. If you notice, there is a crack that runs completely across the locomotive and follows this line. So it looks like it may have been a casting flaw. It's hard to say. It's not broken all the way through on either end. It's just cracked in the center. I've never seen that before. In any case, good enough for doing this experiment. So I dropped that motor in there, as you see. Power is on. I've got this on the second rail with, I think, 8-line L cars. So as you see, I mean, this thing is made completely out of junk. And yet, it's running. It cost absolutely nothing. And not only is it running, it's running well. And it's pulling 8-line L cars at about 30% power. Let's take it a bit faster. Okay, there's 40% power. Wow. This thing is flying around this rail. So I can't take it to 50%, it'll derail. All right, slow it back down. So, as you see, as I always stress, don't overlook the junk. Just because something's junk when you get it, doesn't mean it's going to be junk when you're finished with it. You know, and this is just junk. Absolute bottom of the line junk. A cracked shell, a motor with a missing E-unit that's been bypassed, a set of wheels, and a brush plate. Anyway, about 20 minutes, half an hour of your time, and you have a running locomotive. In this case, you have a junk running locomotive, but it's a running locomotive. That's the thing. You know, if you want to, you can repair the shell. I've never seen that crack before. Like I said, it doesn't go through anywhere on either end. It's just cracked in the center. I have no idea how that would even happen. So like I said, I think it was a casting flaw of some kind. Just a weak spot in the plastic and it popped. Never seen that before. But take a junk shell, put a junk motor in it. What do you have? A running locomotive made of junk. But it's a running locomotive. You know, from a foot away, no one would know this was made out of, or assembled out of junk parts. It runs perfectly, no problems at all. It runs forward only, but it has a working headlight, and it was free. So, you got a decent motor, wait for a decent shell to come along, drop it in there, you've got a really decent locomotive. As I stress, you can do this pennies on the dollar. I mean, you really can. You can do this on an absolute shoestring budget. If you have the tools and the parts to repair them with. And you can buy some real junk on eBay and turn it into some fairly decent running stuff. As you see. So, gave me something to do tonight. It was fun. And the nice thing about it, of course, is when you're finished, you've got a running locomotive. All assembled out of junk, but a running locomotive nonetheless. And running perfectly. Because I guarantee you there are more expensive locomotives that don't run as well as this one does. The thing's running absolutely splendidly. Good constant speed all the way around the rail at about 30% power. Really hard to beat that. So I just want to do a follow-up video and say again, don't overlook the junk. So as always, if you have any questions, feel free to drop me an email, BENZTRAINZ@gmail.com. And as always, thank you for watching.